All right, so
Joe.
yeah,
Joe
man.
Budden Podcast.
Yeah, so this is the second time something like this has happened. All right, shout out to the Joe Budden Podcast.
Yeah.
I know y'all wanted to sign us. We had to get the negotiations right. You know, maybe we'll meet back at the table.
Sorry.
But, you know, we'll figure it out. All right. But shout out to them. Joe Budden and his co-host, Ish.
Yeah.
They get into another situation regarding a female. And
that they shared in common.
Now,
a little backstory on it. On the previous episode, the episode right before this, they just had an open conversation on how many women that they had in common. I think when they got to the middle of it, I think they said it was about upwards of 20 women that they have in common.
20 women?
Yeah. So that was a lighthearted, comment.
It wasn't
heat at all. Nah. That was just kind of like kind of like talking about their old escapades kind of thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But this one got a little heated because I guess it sounded like Joe was kind of gaslighting Ish a little bit in this situation.
Okay. All right.
But yeah. Let's
go. Go to the clip.
Let's see what's going on with it.
Let's go to the clip, man.
Is it a repeated issue that you believe women?
Can you see his
when
point
your
of not
friend is
believing
telling
the
you
girl?
something?
You
keep doing that. Stop.
Yo, did the girl say he tried to fuck her or something?
Absolutely. Yes. That's why he's sitting there acting light skinned.
Bro.
The fuck are we talking about?
You keep screaming.
Light skinned bullshit.
And stop.
So hold up. Wait. Now I gotta wait. Let me ask you one question.
You're about to piss me off and I'm gonna start screaming back at you.
Wait, can I ask you a question real quick?
This is about you always saying you not coming behind us when we fuck with a bitch. You knew I fuck with the bitch. You met the bitch through me and you came behind her. You should have never kissed her if that's your instance.
Ish, you keep ignoring me saying
y'all niggas sitting here acting like I'm crazy. This nigga be fucking lying.
Ish, I don't know this girl from you.
You do. You met her through me. You get the convenient
don't.
amnesia. So any bitch I fuck behind you, I don't know neither.
No.
I ain't meet him through you.
No, Ish, that's your bad.
Easy that be?
You like fucking behind niggas. You like fucking behind niggas.
I don't. I like women.
I don't even ask niggas.
I like women.
Yo, you fuck?
So I don't do none of that. That's your bad. Stop trying to put me in your bag.
You do it.
I'm not in your bag. I didn't try to fuck your little mutt from the streets. I had a kiss, and you emotional about it.
I'm not.
Like you keep being emotional when we have interlap on a girl.
No, it's not about the girl. It's about you lying.
Then why don't you believe your friend?
Because you fucking lying. You've admitted this to me before. You changing your story for the pod.
I rest my case.
You changing your story to look innocent for the pod. Nigga, we've had this conversation about this bitch before.
I rest my case.
Kissing and telling.
That's
good potting though, right there, boy. That's good. That's heated conversation. And honestly, like, I give them props because I listened to this episode.
You give who props?
Joe and Ish. They bounce back in the next segment like nothing ever happened.
Really?
A conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this didn't carry over. I don't think they had any ill will, but a lot to unpack here with this conversation here.
Mm-hmm. Where do we start?
Believing your friend over women. I think that's where it started. I feel like Joe was on some shit like, why do you believe her story against mine? And Ish was like, you're known to be a liar. Like, I'm not going to believe you in this situation because you done me wrong in this situation. So I think Joe's lost a little bit of equity in that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if your homie knows you better than he knows the female, and he knows you to be a liar.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to females.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know her like that. Or I don't have that much interaction with her to know if she's a liar or not, but I know you a liar. Right?
Yeah.
And first things first that I noticed is that he said, if you listen to what they said, he said that the girl came back and told him that Joe tried to hit.
Yeah.
And he said that he didn't know her from him. why would the female go back to him and tell him that if they didn't meet each other from that?
It's fine.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fine investigation
So,
work. Yeah.
Like, yo, that's
right.
I would say
you caught right there.
Yeah, Joe, you probably
red handed.
Yeah, because a female that just met you independently, like from him, is not gonna go back and tell him like, yo, he tried to sleep with me.
Right.
No, it's
so either they met together, Ish was with Shorty and they met Joe one time or whatever, or she knows them to be, acquaintances. The girl knows them that, that they're cool.
Yes.
And, either way, she thought it was strong enough to bring it back to Ish. Maybe Ish wasn't tripping on it, but he just filed it in his, he put it in his folder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah, you definitely got to do that.
Like, all right, some situations are not big enough to bring it back to your homie on some like, I'm not gonna fuck with you forever. It's like, all right, I'll bookmark that.
Yeah,
and I know you did some slick shit, but she not wifey.
No.
She not no ex-wifey.
Yeah.
She was just some old part-time work.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, you try to, or whatever happened. But do the question is, do you speak to your man? Because I think we spoke about this on another show.
You definitely address it. You should address it. Yeah. You could address it. I feel like if you're young enough, this is a young guy thing, you could kind of bounce back, from it once you kind of set that tone, like, yo, listen, I ain't no tender dick nigga. Like, there's certain situations, if she in the streets or whatever, I'm cool with it. You could rock, you know what I mean? But if it's someone that I'm digging and I'm bringing around, bro, it's a little weird. You know what I mean? Because it goes into the second thing that was said in it. You like fucking behind niggas, which is a strong accusation.
Very strong accusation. Very strong accusation.
That kind of means to me like you not trying to do your own work. You're trying to smash something off of the work of your man. Like your man already bagged her, got her in the mix.
You talking so like that's easy though? Isn't that harder though?
You already know. You already kind of got a rapport, so you already got a kind of an in, and then kind of weasel your way in. It's kind of a weasel move. It's a weaselly kind of move to kind of like slide in. Fucking behind niggas is a weaselly move.
It's not. I don't think it's easy because you gotta navigate through around your homie. Plus, you gotta deal with the fact that Shorty dated your homie, so she might not be on that type of level.
You're assuming that Shorty and homie ended off on a good note. Now, if it ended off on a bad note, now it's a layup. Now, if it ended off on a, on a note that it wasn't even serious, now you kind of gotta end. It's only hard if she had affection for him, and she might want to get back with him. Now,
I think
if
a lot
it
of
ended
women
voluntarily,
have a certain level of respect for themselves that they try not to double dip in crews of dudes.
I don't know who you heard that from. That's the bag.
I
don't know who
I'm speaking.
That's the bag.
That's their bag.
That's kind of the only power they really got to get a nigga back. Like that's either that or child support. Like one or the other.
But that's not really getting the nigga back. That's not really getting a dude back by sleeping with his homie. It's like
you tender dick nigga, then you get him back. If he feel a way about, All
right, so this is the thing. I feel like this happens among circles of men that have a decent amount of women for that to happen, right?
Yeah, small town.
Well, not even just small town. It's like you got to have a certain amount of women to circulate in order to be dipping in the same pots. It's not like it's a couple of girls and everybody's passing around the same girl. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like it would probably be two dudes or a couple of dudes that get a lot of females in order to
frequent the same place. Yeah, like they all fishing in the same pond.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
but that's nasty, and that's not really conducive to like a long-term friendship. Like honestly, they've had so many women in common, I'm surprised that they're friends at this point. Cause that's a weird, dudes really don't. A lot of dudes that maintain long-term friends really don't do that to their people.
All right, maybe not on that scale, but does this always happen in groups of friends?
No.
I believe it does. I believe there's some intermingling. I think every group of guys that deals with women, right, that have, a certain type of vibe going for them, that get women.
Listen, if you grew up in the same town, someone might have had a girlfriend in 5th grade or something like that. You could have had an 8th grade girlfriend or whatever. But I'm talking about as grown men sharing women, you know what I mean? Unless she's like, for the streets, or you just passing it to the homie, like it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none type of shit, you know what I mean? But if it's something like a relationship based kind of thing, that it doesn't really mix. We don't really do that. Like guys, guy friends with any kind of code, any kind of decorum. We ain't really doing that. That's a weird thing to do, yo. It's a foul thing to do, and it's a touchy thing to do because you don't know who your homie liked. Like these are people too, you know what I mean? And this is your man's. So unbeknownst to him, unbeknownst to you, he could have really thought like, he had a little future with shorty. Now what? It's like, yo, you just pissing in the pool every time you come over. Now no one can get in the pool. Now she ruined for everybody. What if I was thinking about doubling back? What if we was taking a little break and I was thinking about you just sullying that war? I can't have anything with her. I can't go back to her. I can't do anything with her. There's enough women out here for everybody to not do this. This is not a normal thing. And this is niggas that like to fuck behind like women. I feel like men who like to fuck behind other men, they scoping that shit out when she's with you, and that's inappropriate. If I'm bringing something to the function, I'm a single guy. I'm bringing something to the function.
Yeah,
you should just respect that I got something, and that's cool. You shouldn't just be waiting for I got next. Like, you know what I mean? You shouldn't be doing the Birdman hand rub. Waiting for your turn. Like, yo, how long you got on that? Like it's a bench press at the gym. How many more reps you got left, homie?